Test 1, Part 4. You will hear two shop managers, David and Catherine, talking about their jobs. For questions 23 to 28, decide whether the opinions are expressed by only one of the speakers or whether the speakers agree. Write D for David, K for Catherine, or B for both where they agree.
I must say, Catherine, I get a kick out of making the best profit I can. I'm always competing with myself to beat last season's figures. When I'm deciding on the stock range, I have to make sure it's balanced to suit the customers. The customer profile keeps changing. Styles, size scales and preferred colours vary constantly, which gives an added dimension to the task.
I think that knowing what will sell is very instinctive. I have to be prepared to commit myself and take risks. I thrive on the pressure. No 2 days are the same, and I'm always so busy that it's a kind of permanent high. You have to put your whole self into this job. There are no half measures. I love it.
There's a lot of responsibility, isn't there? Unless I have a specific job to do, I normally spend most of the day on the shop floor, serving customers, making sure everyone gets a break at the proper time, and generally seeing that everything runs smoothly.
The way I see it, I'm responsible for the staff, the security of the shop, and everything in it. It's my job to make sure that we sell all we possibly can, while keeping the running costs of the place to a minimum. What I don't like is losing staff, especially if I have to terminate their employment. Among other things, it means I was wrong about them.
Yeah, but it's all about people, isn't it? I wouldn't have gone into retailing if I didn't enjoy meeting people and feeling good every time a customer decides to buy. And I want success, too. The success of my shop depends to some extent on knowing what the customers want. And it also depends on an ability to keep overheads to a minimum, which means tight security, careful checks on all deliveries and invoices, and keeping an accurate record of the movement of goods in and out of the shop.
I think my success is down to the quality of my team, and I'm keen on helping in their development. I recommend individuals for management training courses and follow their progress on those courses, and I conduct training on the sales floor when trade is slack.
I love the problem-solving aspect too. A good day for me is when I have a whole lot of problems facing me first thing. For instance, someone hasn't come in, someone else is on holiday or ill, some equipment has broken down, and the electricians are coming to install a new display. And by the end of the day, I've sorted my way through all the difficulties.
It can get quite hectic, can't it? When the shop is very full and the shelves are emptying fast, you have to make quick decisions about deploying staff. You can't hang around for 10 minutes wondering what to do next. And you mustn't let your staff see you falter or hesitate. You must give them immediate answers.
I initially thought the staff might find me unapproachable, but luckily I seem to have a rapport with all my staff, and they tend to come to me with their problems instead of getting resentful or suffering in silence.
I like that side of things. I suppose I could have made a career behind the scenes at head office, but I'm interested in the people and the personnel management side of retailing.
I find that if you're open with your staff, they will bring you their problems, which often affect how they're working. You find out what areas they like best, try to move them around and encourage them to look beyond what they think are their immediate abilities.
And then, of course, there are the customers with problems. Most customers simply want help, and some are almost embarrassingly grateful when they get it. A few seem to come into the shop just to complain, and all you can do is stand there and take what they say while they get it out of their systems. They don't really want explanations.
Sometimes at the end of a frantic week, when you've been working 12 or 14 hours at a stretch, you think about your friends who work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But then you realise that you wouldn't be happy doing their sort of job.
I know what you mean.
That's the end of Part 4. That's the end of Test 1.